Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Guys, I'm finally awake. I hope you enjoyed the Dorit video this morning. That was so alarming, just seeing the footage of the burglars entering into her home and seeing what they were trying to talk about. It was very strange, but of course, we're going to talk about that on Hot Messy Topics. Right now, we're back to talk about Andy Cohen getting the shade again. We have all the details. Before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. We're also going live today at 11 a.m. Eastern to talk 90 Day Fiance with Down with Jason and Kimpire, so you don't want to miss that either. Now, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Carol Radziwill actually opened up about her season 5 and season 6 salaries for the Real Housewives of New York during a podcast appearance on Monday. In addition to discussing her friendship with Andy Cohen, or lack thereof, and the incorrect edits, of production, Carol revealed what she was paid during her time on the show and admitted that when it came to her demands before joining, she was sure to put a Kennedy clause in her contract with Bravo. Carol said the first season, you don't really get paid anything. She said this on Behind the Velvet Rope with David Yontief. We love David Yontief over on this channel, and we've had him on before. And then she said the first year, everyone gets paid $60,000. Everyone except for Carol, that is. After clarifying that wardrobe, hair, and other expenses are taken out of that $60,000, Carol revealed that she wasn't open to signing on that amount. I was like, I'm not doing it for $60,000. I'll do it for $100,000. They had blown up the show at that point, and they'd fired like 4 people. I guess they were desperate, Carol recalled. And she noted that season 6, when she learned that Heather Thompson and Aviva Drescher agreed to the lower amounts, she was not. Carol said, I only found out that Heather and Aviva didn't get $100,000 because then the second season we were negotiating and they gave us $150,000. Heather thought it was great. I'm like, it's not that great. And then I realized they had just paid her the $60,000. Of course, I immediately told her because I wasn't going to pretend and lie to her. Although Carol didn't reveal how much she was paid for her final seasons on The Real Housewives of New York, she said the money was great towards the end. As for her Kennedy clause, Carol said that when it came to agreeing to do the show, she had one rule. Well, according to her, that rule was probably not talking about the Kennedys, but she said, I was not going to go in and exploit my late husband's family or the Kennedy family. So I never, except for the history package, like in the first season or the second season, when you had to explain kind of who you were, I never said anything about the Kennedy family. In my first year contract, there's a clause. It's like 5 paragraphs, how Bravo cannot use my Kennedy connection to promote their show. I wanted to be really protective over that. She also said in the years since her exit from the reality show, her and Andy have exchanged a number of jabs publicly, and while she didn't say where they stand today, Carol did admit that their friendship wasn't nearly as close as it was portrayed. Carol said the friendship between Andy and I was like really exaggerated, but I did know him. We have mutual friends, so I would see him in New York at dinners and stuff, but we were never that close. She said, I didn't really know what he did. I think that was Bravo generated. I never went around saying Andy and I are really great friends. We were not. Now, also during this interview with David Yontief from Behind the Velvet Rope, Carol did take aim at the editing of the show, suggesting that at times footage is mixed and matched. She said there's a huge machine behind the show. There's a story department. There are producers. They know what they're doing. When we're in scenes, if I recall filming, you could always tell when someone says something really whack and you just don't know how it's going to be amplified. I always thought the reaction shots were taken from other parts of the conversation. It wasn't like someone says something crazy and then everyone reacted. Now, this isn't the first time that we've actually heard this before. We've heard on other shows where the housewives, you'll catch a moment and someone will gasp, and then Andy Cohen will ask the housewife, you seem to really have a strong reaction in that moment. And then we've seen where the housewives were looking around like, am I supposed to break the fourth wall? Because that wasn't my reaction. You guys took a different reaction shot. That was not my reaction to this moment. And we know how this works. Like Carol just said, there is a huge machine behind the show. We know that, obviously they have to put a storyboard together. And we've even seen on Salt Lake City at this point where the women, sometimes like the filming doesn't match up. The scenes don't match up. It seems like the women are hanging out and doing something, but then maybe there might be a rift, and then all of a sudden, like later in the episode, we get a scene from before the rift because now they're fine. There are certain things that they don't always add up, and that is something that Bravo should be more aware of, especially because as fans, super fans, watchers, viewers, we're all watching it and catching things that don't make sense. And if they don't make sense to us, well, I'm sure they don't make sense to a lot of other people. Guys, I'm also curious, what do you think about Carol Radziwill letting us know what her salary was, the fact that she negotiated from 60,000 to 100,000, and mind you, after taxes and everything comes out, it really is not that much money at the end of the day, but she only had to film for 3.5 months. And also you get to be bougie when you film. You go to dinner parties, you go to events. I understand you have to get in the thick of it and the drama, but for the most part, it seems like a pretty bougie job to me. And getting 150 the second season, well, I don't know if Carol got 150 or if she got a higher pay raise than that, considering she got 100 for her first season. But what I do know is after Carol has reamed Andy Cohen, I don't see her coming back. However, NeNe Leakes also reamed Andy Cohen, and the network, Bravo production, editors, everything, said that they were pushing her out, and she is rumored to be coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you can't say never. Never say never, because you actually don't know what's going to happen. Speaking of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we know that they are in production right now, and we can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Kenya Moore does not seem like that she's that excited about a NeNe Leakes return, even though everyone else seems to be, and we feel like NeNe could save the show. I do want to let you guys know that Paris in Love is coming to Peacock this week, and we will be covering it. So I hope you guys watch it on Peacock. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it because I used to love The Simple Life. And that way we can come back on here and talk about it. Guys, go ahead, answer the questions to which I asked. What do you think about the shade coming from Carol Radziwill in her interview podcast interview with David Yontif? And how do you feel about these salaries again? Go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And also don't forget, we are going live today at 11 a.m. Eastern to talk 90 Day Fiance. And then of course, back tonight at 6 p.m. for subscribers only live chat to talk about hot, messy topics. And we have some hot ass, messy ass topics for you. Oh, okay. Happy Tuesday. Don't work too hard. Make some memories. Drink a bubbly. Watch some YouTube. See you soon. Bye guys.